So what bodybuilding has taught me is the discipline in actually eating a specific time frame and following through, regardless of how you feel or your emotions, because knowing that that next meal was going to come at a specific time frame and that your body is looking for it, because that's the way that I was eating for like certain competitions and tournaments, etc. So with you, if you have a problem with getting to 1 meal a day, check this out right here in the book of How to Eat to Live. First, you should not all of a sudden change from 3 meals a day every day to 1 meal every other day. You see, it says don't do that. Don't do that because you're going to hurt yourself. You see? So, bodybuilding and those of us who eat continuously throughout the day, that's why it's specifically hard for you to even drop to 1 meal a day because your body is looking for it. We can actually train our bodies to do something that we wanted to do when it comes to eating, specifically on this topic. Nothing else right now. Fasting and eating. This is the topic for this video. It says next, first, drop to 2 meals a day, then 1 meal a day, and then 1 meal every other day. It is better to do it this way so that you will not make yourself sick. And if you eat every other day, do not begin your meal with heavy food. Now, those different things, I did make mistakes and I did have my learning lessons by eating heavy meals, by breaking it on the second day of my fast. And I was like, oh, this is why. Because one, it brings your energy levels down. Number two, you do tend to look for more food, like, yo, like I feel down, my spirit is not up, etc. So bodybuilding in the discipline of eating a specific meal and not just anything you want. So eating a specific meal will get you that desired look that a bodybuilder is looking for the day of the show that we have to stand on stage and present ourselves for. Make sense? So if you're eating 1 meal a day and you start your meal off with heavy food, you're not going to get the full 100% benefit of achieving that, wow, I feel great. Whoa, I can do this. Because once the body feels heavy, in the book Medicine of the Prophet, which is a totally different book from this one, says that when you overeat, you bring heaviness to the limbs, your legs and arms, which brings on disease, which means that you'll be at a dis-ease, like, oh, I'm tired, I'm fatigued, etc. And we keep doing that. And when you keep eating heavy, once a disease enters the body, now the disease is actually feeding on the dis-ease that your physiological state is in, which your body is in, which is why the disease can actually take a what is it called? The disease can take a bear with me. Can take a, I'm gonna have to pause the video at this moment and cut it. Can take a residing place inside your body quietly, and over time, that disease can build up into a disease. You see what I'm saying? By living off the way that your body feels at a dis-ease. So it's very important and imperative that when we break a fast, it is by light food, which is why a lot of people cannot do 1 meal a day, because you're starting your meal off with something heavy. So bodybuilding taught me the strictness and the obedience to eating a specific food when you break a fast so that you get the benefits of it, which is why it only makes sense to do so. So if I'm eating 1 meal every 48 hours, it's simply because now I'm like, you know what? When I break my fast, or when you decide to break your 3-day fast, you started off with something light, because it takes energy to break it down. And the heavier it is, it will actually drain you, because it takes energy to break food down to gain more energy. But if the food is too heavy, then it can actually, if the food is too heavy, it will be more detrimental to your digestive system and your well-being, as opposed to getting the full beneficial results of feeling light and happy and successful that you've completed at least 1 meal a day, or 1 meal every other day, or 1 meal every 3 days. So being that we're on this national fast, keep in mind that when you break your fast, eat something light. Peace.